Everybody, we're back. We've been off air for a couple of weeks, but fantastic to be sitting with Bruno and Janine again for episode 14 of our Perth LinkedIn Success Series, or our PLS as we're now calling it. So, hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hey,
It's
Dino.
good to be back.
Hey, Janine. Great to be back, isn't it?
Yeah, and if you're wondering why we're not sitting behind a boardroom table or desk today, we've had a few hiccups this morning, but thanks to our wonderful man mountain, Bruno, who seems to know everybody in Perth, by the drop of a hat, got a new location down the road within a heartbeat. So very lucky.
Got people.
Yeah.
You know everybody, so we're very lucky to know you.
No, you got to back me up for the next mayor of Perth.
Next mayor of Perth.
Yes.
Man, that's,
You've
I'm
got
going to
my
keep you
vote.
in there
All right.
whenever I need you.
Let's do it.
All right, we're on. But let's not waste any more time, I should say, and let's get our special guest on for this episode. Please welcome Annabel Amann.
Thanks so much.
Welcome.
Thanks, Janine.
Hey, Annabel. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
So, Annabel, it's brilliant to have you on here. I've been lucky to get to know you off screen, so it's great to have you come and do a talk with us today. So, Annabel is the General Manager of Acorn Strategy Australia, and I wanted to talk today about the transition from Dubai to Australia and your whole marketing piece and a bit about your business and what you do.
Yeah, sure. Well, so Acorn Strategy, we created that alongside Kate Mitchin, who's the founder and MD, who's another Australian expat. When I was living in Dubai for 4 years, Kate and I started to work with each other, and over the last 8 years, really, it's just built and grown really quite rapidly, really, I guess. And for me, I was returning back to Australia. And given the strength of the business, we felt that we could open up an operation out of Australia. So earlier this year, Acorn Strategy Australia was launched, and yeah, it's been going really well.
You've had some exciting new partnerships that have happened, and some of them you can reveal in your own due course. But it was great to have you because you actually came to one of our events, and then off the back of that, you've then fine-tuned your videos, etc., through LinkedIn. And I wanted you to talk about your strategies and what you've since done since you came to that event of ours.
Yeah, sure. So ultimately, Acorn Strategy is a marketing communications agency. Our epicenter is in Abu Dhabi and Dubai.
Sorry, guys. We're having some fun. We're having some real fun today. But let's keep going.
We'll work through the dog barking. And ultimately, we help businesses, international businesses, launch and also grow in the Middle East. It is a really niche market, obviously, because not many businesses, Australian businesses, are potentially exporting to the Middle East, but there is a huge amount of opportunity. So we, LinkedIn, we had to be really tailored. And coming to your event, for me, actually was a bit of a turning point because I've been, knowing that video was going to be, it's just such a great way to engage people. I really, I guess, avoided it because it's really nerve-wracking. But I think from, following the event, I really sort of pushed myself and sort of started to look at doing more video. And for us, I guess, because there is a lot of misconceptions about the Middle East, we really use, I guess, LinkedIn to try and educate people and to try and, I guess, inform people about the business opportunities and also how you need to be going about business in the Middle East, because it's very, very different to the domestic market, obviously, here in Australia. So, I mean, LinkedIn for me sort of has grown over the last couple of months because we are so niche in what we do. I decided that we'd create also a LinkedIn group.
I'm glad that you mentioned that because that's what I was going to hope to lead into.
So I created it's the Australian Arab Business Community group, and basically invited those who have conducted business, whether you're a business owner or manager, in the Middle East, if you've conducted business in the Middle East and currently work in the Middle East, to join the group and to try and share in your insights into the market, And, ultimately it's there to, as a support, a network group, for us to be able to lean on each other and to share insights, share referrals. So it's been a great, I guess, group for us to be able to collect, across Australia, all the people that actually are working within the Middle East. So, it's been great for that.
With the very, very specialized space that you're operating in, with the niche market that, you're dealing with, what type of businesses are you working with? Because when we're talking about PR and marketing, we're talking about anybody and everybody. And then this is not, where you are at this present time. So what type of businesses do you deal with between here in Australia and in
so we deal with a lot of government entities and also non-governmental entities. So we work with a lot of a range of businesses out of Australia, but I mean, for where our roots are, we really, really specialise in that sort of hospitality area. We look after a lot of international hoteliers and shape their communications on the ground in the UAE. Education is also a really big sector for us, so we help a lot of universities and private suppliers as well in the education sector. But we also work with a lot of government entities as well, and that's probably the latest, announcement that we've made. We're working with the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade alongside Icon Agency to deliver all of the PR and marketing communications for the Expo 2020 Dubai. So it's exactly what we specialise in. So it's incredibly exciting to be working with them.
So you've absolutely nailed the piece of tailoring it down to your specific target market to make sure you get your message across to the right people. And then you've built this business in such a short time, really, since you've been in Australia. So it's quite it's
a really exciting
really well.
time. An exciting time.
Annabel, I was really curious. You mentioned that you had a bit of a turning point when it comes to utilising LinkedIn a couple of months ago, and you set up the group specifically for that target audience. How are you finding personal branding across LinkedIn in specifically to that market? Have you found any real challenges, or have you been doing anything differently over the last few months? So again, I felt like, being in marketing, we're very, very specific and tailored to, when we are recommending strategy and tactics for our clients, it's always about being really tailored and being really specific. And we've, of course, done that for ourselves. So a lot of the blogs that I'm writing and articles that I'm writing for our website, we're trying to, yield as much as we can out of the content that we're creating to try and educate people about the Middle East market and how to best go about marketing yourself in that region. And so for us, a huge part of it's not been about me, it's been about how can I add the value to that specific market and to provide information that they will hopefully find valuable. And from that's where people will becoming more aware that that's what we specialise in. So we're definitely, every day I feel like you log on to LinkedIn and there's always some great private messages, and it's so exciting to start seeing that activity come through, and that people are finding you through LinkedIn as well, because I feel like that's such an amazing portal that you don't have anywhere else, unless you are specifically emailing someone on the side. It's an amazing way of being able to also research about people and where they're at in the industry, and to learn more about your industry as well. And those key stakeholders in your industry, so it's really helped me in a major way. Excellent. Well, on that note, Annabel, thank you so much for coming on and spending some time and shining a little bit of light into your industry, and we look forward to finding out what's happening further. I think particularly coming with some announcements next year. So thank you very much on behalf of all three of us.
Thanks, Janine.
Thank you for watching Perth, and as always, stay strong. Thank you.
Cheers. Later.